Indexing mainly we used to index the journal in Google Scholar, so that we can see our when we take our journals what um, ISSN number in the Google Scholar, you can see the papers which is published in our journal. So that is the Google Scholar indexing. Mostly if you are using the OJS, it will be as you publish 1 or 2 days. First time it will take 1 or 2 weeks. After that 1 or 2 days it will be indexed in this. So if you are not using OJS, the thing is that you need to wait for at least 6 to 1 year for the Google Scholar to crawl your journal. They will find out. They need to automatically find out. There is no other option. Earlier there was an option to apply. Earlier there was an option to apply for the Google Scholar indexing. Nowadays there is no such application. When 2012, when I am starting my first journal, there was an application for was there. We can give our journal URL everything, so that Google Scholar will fetch our article very fast. So but nowadays there is no such thing. So the Google Scholar need to automatically get our article indexed. It may take 6 months to 1 year in time if you are not using OJS, Open Journal System, or if you have the journal published in other systems. But if you can get a DOI, it will be more easier. If you can get a cross reference DOI, it can get indexed more faster compared to that of the normal website. And with a normal website and some paper uploaded, you can start a journal. There is no need of DOI. DOI is not compulsory for many of the indexing. Scopus also, DOAJ also, there is no compulsory for DOI number, but DOI can be used, as we discussed yesterday. DOI can be used for indexing, for easier indexing purpose, all these things. So Google Scholar indexing, we don't have any application or anything. Google Scholar need to automatically find our journal and index. If you are publishing in OJS, it has a plugin already in the OJS, so that it can get automatically indexed in Google Scholar. Okay, first indexing may take 2 to 3 weeks, and from second indexing itself, it will take only 1 or 2 days only. It will be coming in the Google Scholar. So and then next is the Scopus. Everybody if you ask somebody if you ask somebody to submit, somebody is there. Okay, fine. So I think everybody is there now, so we can continue. I will go to the presentation now. Okay, fine. So indexing. The major thing, everybody when you are introducing your journal, they will ask whether this index in Scopus. Then only it can be used for this APA, scores, everything they can use only when it is Scopus index only. So Scopus index or Web of Science index take place. It need minimum 2 years of publication. So they are saying 2 years. And in 2 years, if your journal is clicked, means your journal has enough number of papers, and that papers got enough number of citations. Enough number means I can say I have submitted about 90 papers to Scopus, then Scopus said that you don't have enough number of papers. So I have gone through many other journals, and it was found that 100 plus papers plus 100 or 150 plus citation. There is no such restriction from Scopus, but 100 plus papers in 2 years, and nearly 100 plus citation, it is enough for applying for Scopus. So after 2 plus years you can, after 2 years you can apply for Scopus. Better I tell you apply after getting sufficient number of papers and sufficient number of publication, because if Scopus reject your journal, they after 2 years only, after next 2 years only, you can apply. 2 years they will bar you from applying again. So that is a problem. So you can't you need to publish 4 years, then only you can apply for the next year. So after getting enough number of and consistent quality, your article should be have a consistent quality. Article should not be from any other. Your journal is a biology journal, so don't publish any physics or chemistry papers. So like that I'm just saying an example. So like that your article should be having some good amount of quality, and should adhere with their aim and scope. That is very important to keep in mind. So Scopus and Web of Science, minimum 2 years of initial publishing is needed for applying for Scopus and Web of Science. Another indexing agency, very reputed indexing agency is the Directory of Open Access Journal. If you are publishing subscription journal, you can't apply for this indexing. But if you are most people nowadays publish only open access journal, so open access journal can apply for this DOAJ, and DOAJ requires only 1 year publishing of the 1 year publication. The journal should be old of 1 year, or at least publish 10 papers like that. It is not much. The rules are not for the application is not much stringent, but their screening is bit tougher compared to that of the same to that of the Scopus or Web of Science. These three bodies are very reputed. If they index you, your journal will be have a very good reputation. So after 2 years, okay, 2 years. You can apply for a Scopus. So apply for Scopus. So before applying for the Scopus, Scopus has given a website called Ready for Scopus. Ready for Scopus. There is a website called Ready for Scopus. It's not about submission. You can personally check whether your journal is okay for the Scopus. That is what Ready for Scopus page is about. There was some problem earlier with that page. Let me see. Ready for Scopus. Ready for Scopus is a page which tells about there is a self assessment. We can go for a self assessment that whether it is whether our journal is ready for indexing in Scopus. I think it is some other website. Let me check. Yes, it is coming. Ready for Scopus. They have, I think they have stopped that. No problem. I will go to Internet Archive. No problem. I will show you. You can check because you can self check that, so that you can easily find out whether your journal is ready for the Ready for Scopus page. I think they have taken last workshop also. We are not getting. We will get it. The Internet Archive. This is a self-assessment page where you can self-assess whether your whether your journal is ready for the submission for Scopus. You see that they have. I think after September 16 also people access many time this error code. So I think they have stopped that page. Okay, anyway, I'll just go through that Internet Archive. You will get an idea, very good idea, that pre-evaluation of Scopus. That's vended by Scopus only, but why they have closed that I don't know. So you can see the readiness. So it will go like this. When you fill, it will go like this up to 100%. So what are things you need to keep in mind? That is all I have discussed last days. Journal title. So journal title you can give. I am not typing everything, and your name, surname, everything. Just I am giving something. Journal title considered for Scopus in Roman script, and your role. So all these things you need to keep in mind. Now it is not moving. As you fill it, it should move. I was checking. Journal website. Which website? Okay, I need to give that. And these are the things. Agreement for personal data collection. You can click this. So these are the basic things, and these are the readiness things. Okay. Journal have minimum 2 years of publication history. it is a self test only. Okay, you don't need to. It is not, we are not submitting anything to Scopus. After the self test, if your journal is somewhat around 100%, you can decide that your journal is ready for the submission to Scopus. So journal should have a minimum 2 years publication history. Yes, as it is moving. Okay, Internet Archive also it is moving. Okay, fine, 4% it came. So if the journal is ready for 2 years of minimum 2 years of publication, yes, then only you can submit. Journal has a unique title, not identical with the any already. So you should not publish a journal with having identical title. It should have a unique title. No, we can't mislead anyone. Misleading titles should be avoided. That is what journal should have a unique title, not identical with any one already indexed in Scopus. Journal publishes peer review content. So journal should publish peer review content, then only it can be a, and the process as well as the policies related to the peer review procedures. So the peer review procedures should be clearly defined in your journal. I have shown yesterday, shall be clearly described in the journal website, including the method of peer review, which is single blind, double blind, open. All this should be properly mentioned in the journal. Journal website should not guarantee manuscript to acceptance or very short peer review. You can't say that manuscript will be accepted. Means if manuscript is not good, it will be rejected. Is it? You can't say that every manuscript should be accepted. You can't guarantee. You should not give guarantee in the journal website that you will accept the manuscript, every manuscript, or you will do a very short peer review. Like that, things don't guarantee in the journal website. Okay, so if you are not doing that things, yes. So you can see the percentage is increasing 10. So abstract title keywords in English and authors in Roman script. So abstract title keywords should be in English. So if you are publishing a Hindi journal, then also your abstract title you can use a Hindi abstract. With Hindi abstract, you need to give a English abstract. That is very important. With Hindi title, you need to give a English title. That is very important. You can publish the content in Hindi or any other languages. So, but the abstract title and keyword should be in English. Should be means it's optional. Both language you can use. That is the thing. And references should be in Roman script. And journal published regularly and peer publishing schedule which is available in journal website. So the journal should be publishing regularly. In between, it should not there should not be a gap. Journal should publish regularly, and per publishing schedule should be available in the journal website, whether it is quarterly, whether it is monthly. You can't publish regular publishing is needed. You are saying that monthly, and you publish one at January and it's published second as April. It will be very problematic when you are submitting for the Scopus. And ethics and malpractice statement should be available in English in the website. So that is also very important. Ethics statement, what you will do when during retraction, what you will do during plagiarism, what you will do during corrections. All these things should be properly mentioned. I have shown you everything in the last classes. So these should be properly mentioned in the website. Okay, these are all self-testing only. Then we will go to the original. I'm just checking whether the recording is going on. Original website. So then journal editorial board. Journal has editorial board. This is the same thing which we see in the Indian ISSN. So most of the things, if you follow the regulations of Indian ISSN, you are okay. You are half done with every indexing. Okay, Indian ISSN rules and regulation is same as that of everything which we are reading here. So it's somewhat repetition only. Journal has a editorial board other governing whose members are recognized expert in the field. So there need to be expert in the field, and full names and affiliation of the members need to be provided. If it is provided, you can click yes. So I am reading this repetitively. First day also I read this only, but it's from another page. Okay, publication ethics. How the journal handle complaints, how the journal authorship and contributorship handle, and competing interest, conflicts of interest, how they are handling, and data sharing, reproducibility, how the journal, the rules of data sharing, reproducibility, ethical oversight, intellectual property, post publication discussions and corrections, article correction needed, how the journal is going to do all these things. I think Exxon we have incorporated like that. These all rules and regulations should be maintained. And process identification and dealing with allegations, if misconduct happen, how we are going to retract, how we are going to correct, all these statements should be properly mentioned in your ethics page. And copyright license, which license you are following, should be properly mentioned in the HTML PDF of the both HTML as well as PDF of the article. Both need to in both places you need to mention which CC BY CC which CC license you are, Creative Commons license you are following. Author fees, you should properly mention author fees, how much, if no fees charged, it should be clearly stated. No, if no fees charged, it should be clearly stated. If fees is there, it should be properly mentioned. Access, so the way in which journal and individual articles are available, open access or subscription, whether it is properly mentioned, the policy is properly mentioned, should be properly mentioned. Archiving, it should be archived, either clocks, logs, I said portico, or PKPP, and whether it is archived or not. If it is archived, you can click yes. And information about ownership, management, clearly define the journal. So information about who is the owner and how the management of the journal should be properly discussed. Journal should provide full names and affiliations of the journal editors at the journal website. So in the journal website, in the editorial board, the affiliations of the editors of the journal should be properly given with the full names, affiliation, everything, with the full address should be given. And we have seen yesterday, revenue sources, all these things which I have shown in the Exxon journal need to be done in the Scopus. So revenue sources, how you are going to get the revenue, we have added all the policies in that website. Advertising policy, how you are going to give advertisements in your journal. Direct marketing, so after any direct marketing activities including solicitation of manuscripts that is conducted behalf of the journal, appropriate, well targeted. So any direct marketing is being carried out by the journal, we need to keep it take care. And journal has ISN or not, so you need to have ISN. If you need to give your ISN, so then only ISN thing will happen. And the journal has dedicated website in English or not, you need to give, or and alone or in the addition to the website in a local language. English, with English, is there in local language is there or not, you need to check. Author instruction is there or not, guide to the author for preparation of manuscript is there or not, aim and scope is there or not. Editorial board, the geographical diversity, editors according to the claimed journal claimed according to claimed journal aim and scope. That is what I said. The editors should be in the same field of the aim and scope of the journal. Okay, you can't take people who are outside the field. Editors should be the experts from the same field which journal's aim and scope is being aligned. And the others according to the claimed others are also according to the claimed. You can't get others from another field who can publish papers in your field. So others should also be in the field of the journal. And journal document, if as you publish 2 years itself, many of your articles will be cited in Scopus indexed Scopus indexed articles, other journals. So you can give the documents, you can give number of indicate journal how many journals documents cited by the, how many citations are there for your journals, how many Scopus citations are there for your journal, like that you can give. Okay,
Sir, I would like to
yes,
ask
yes sir,
one thing, sir.
yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Sir, how can you know that it is cited in Scopus Index Journal
If
or other journal?
yes sir, if you are in the Google Scholar, you can easily find out the article and you can check whether the journal or else you can go to the Scopus and check whether the article is there. Better you can go like this. Okay, you can go the Google Scholar and type your ISN, so that you can get the journals articles. Okay, your articles, and your journal article which is cited by these people, and you can check this. This is MDPI, so it is a Q1 journal. It's already, I have just activated this excitation in this, so you can easily see, you can see it is Taylor and Francis Springer. So you can itself, it's also Springer, so you can yourself can or else you can check these journals in the Scopus, whether they are there in the Scopus.
Only typing sir ISSN number.
What, sir?
Only typing the ISSN
Only
number, sir.
citing the ISN number. As your journal, if you are publishing in OJS, it will be automatically activated in the Google Scholar. So you will get all your papers in the Google Scholar, and you can see the
Okay.
citations also. So like that, you, from the
Okay. Okay.
citations, take the paper and check. Some of the paper may not be here preprint. It is not a Scopus index. So like that, you can screen. You can screen how much are in the Scopus, and
Okay. Okay.
so
Thank you,
like
sir.
that you can go, sir. Otherwise, Scopus, if you have access to Scopus, you can directly search, sir, because Scopus, the main website is not free to access. If from your institution, if you have access, you can directly search, sir. Directly search these articles in Scopus. These articles, whether they are in the Scopus
Okay.
index or
Thank you,
not.
sir.
I'm saying, I don't have access. That's in my point of view. You people will be getting access in of Scopus directly from your institution. Sorry. So okay, fine. So you can indicate the number of citations your journal articles already have in this Scopus citations, not the total citations. Maybe Google Scholar give you citations higher. Maybe not Scopus citations. You need to add Scopus citations, and journal editors are expert, again asking them, journal editors are expert in the subject area covered by the journal or not. Yes, yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
This citation score you were telling us to check from this Google Scholar,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is and we have to manually try and come to a value, or is there a way where we can track the citations or some software or a tool,
You can
and
check
who will
that.
figure us
Actually, we have a Google Scholar is there. We have
right?
our journal, mostly when we get the just we get the DOI,
Hmm.
you will be indexed in this MDPS one database is a Silit. Silit is another thing. Silit is, you can see the citations. Most of the citations indexed in Silit are indexed in this. Mostly indexed articles only NDPA will take a citation. So you can see citations. We have around 28 citations, but here it is shown 19 citations. Mostly it will be Scopus, good journal citations only. This MDPA will take. So these are the things which we can do, sir. Because Scopus can take a lot of citations from other journals also without Scopus index. Sorry, this Scholar. So you can check the Silit also. Silit is another option. Another option.
Silent. Okay,
Silit.
sir.
Silit is from MDPA only, sir. MDPA, there's a publisher. Silit is.
Okay, sir. I thought there is some tool where we can use, like for DOI, we used this Crossref.
Yes, 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 yes.
So for citation, maybe I thought there is
In
some other thing.
Crossref also, if you go to Crossref, you can see the citations. I have not checked much. I will just check. You can see the citation. Where it is? I will just Exxon. I can't access now. So I think it will come. Okay. So in cross reference also you can see the citations. Cross reference will not take any preprint or anything. I think so. You can see.
Okay, sir. Then manually we'll have to check
We
if the
have to check.
published
We have to
published
check.
journals are in Scopus or not,
Scopus or
and then
not.
count it and then
Count
submit
it
it
and
like
then
that.
give that, so that it is
Okay.
it's a authentic thing. You are saying that your papers are good. It is already cited in the Scopus index journals, so you can you are claiming that you can get to the indexing. That is what it is. It is not like that. There is no such
Okay,
thing.
sir.
Okay, I will check, sir. Okay, it is not. I think. Okay, we will check it later. Okay. Anyway, Silent is there, and then we have Google Scholar is there. You can check it and give the citations. and journal have DOA or not, recommended but not mandatory. DOA is not a mandatory thing. They are also saying Scopus, DOJ, everyone says it is not a mandatory thing. It is good for indexing, that's all. If it is DOA, you can tell yes. If not DOA, you can say no. And content quality, the journal consistently publishes articles scientifically sound and relevant in the international to the international academic and professional audience. If you are a journalist published consistently as well as good scientifically sound articles or not, and the content of the article is consistent with the stated, you can tell yes, and you can submit your article. When they will check, the Scopus will check whether it is scientifically sound or not, like that they will assess. There is no problem in that. If you are confident, these are self assessment only. We will go to the Scopus page later. And content of the article consistent with the stated scope and aim. So same thing which we have again. So your articles are in the same aim and scope of the journal, and figures and tables are clear or not, properly clear, grammar and language is good or not, and abstracts were clear or not. These are the things. That's all. If you are clear with all this, now you got the 100%, you are now ready for submitting to Scopus. So you can take this from Internet Archive, so that you can check yourself. This is checking only. Then we will go to Scopus original formation page. Same thing only, repetition thing will come. I will just show you by screenshots, otherwise it will take more time if you feel like this. This is the original evaluation. I will go to Scopus suggester step by step only. I will show it in the screenshot. Anyway, I will show the page. It is
So total citations combined for all the submissions in your journal should be kind of plus 100.
plus 100 you can submit, sir.
Right.
Around plus 100 in 2 years you can submit, and try to publish more than 100 papers. Enough number of papers also they need, then only the journal will be assessed properly. So there is a agreement. In that agreement they are now asking the use of generative AI. So you need to have a proper statement. There was no such thing in that self assessment. You should have the serial title, offer a online statement how you are going to use generative AI. That should be there in nowadays every publication. So how you are going to use the generative AI, that statement should be there. We have seen yesterday. So that statement should be where you are stated about that. You need to give the you need to give the address, which web page you are stating this, and then the malpractice ethics malpractice statement, which page in your journal it is there, and the rest of the things is same only, same that what we have seen in that self assessment, whether it is done, whether it is revenue model advertising, whether it is done, check it, and go on to next page, like that you will fill and you can get the final submission. Okay, I will go to the pages. I have taken screenshot so that I don't want to fill every time. So I will go to the screenshots. So this is the one we have seen. You need to give the generative AI statement, whether generative AI statement should be there in your journal, in your ethics or policy, journal policy page. It should be there for sure. And then ethics and malpractice statement, how we are going to deal with plagiarism, how we are going to deal with malpractice, how we are going to do corrections. All these specific clear statements should be there. Next page, when we go next page like this, it will come. You need to give your ISSN. That's all. Please read carefully while completing the form. So you are asked to submit the journal. It will be assessed by a CSAB, Scopus Content Selection Advisory Board, and they will decide whether they can give you this Scopus indexing or not. Let's see. Third page, second page only ISSN you need to give. And third page, you contact information of you. Either you can be the editor-in-chief or co-editor, or you can be the managing editor or a member of the editorial board or a publisher. Anyone can submit. Okay, you can be the editor or the managing editor or any member of your editorial board or advisory board or a publisher. Anyone can submit the journal to the Scopus. Any of these people can submit the journal to Scopus. So you can fill the form, your affiliation, your function in the journal, and all these things, country, territory, address, institution, access to Scopus or not, like that things you can fill. At the fourth page, serial title information. Then start the serial journal title information, the title exon, or else your journal. I am just saying with my example. Subtitle is there, subtitle you need to give. Alternative title is there, alternative title is there. Any parallel language title, any Hindi title or Malayalam title or some other parallel language title is there, you can give. And print or electronic ISN, you can give whichever ISN you have. And title of the serial that the pre-field of the serial publication, whether it is biology, the main field, then we can select biotechnology, microbiology subfield we can select. So like that, the serial type of serial publication, that is the whether you are publishing annual, quarterly, monthly, like that, then your field you need to select properly. And the publisher name, you can enter the publisher name, you can enter the your name or whatever you registered in the ISSN, you can add as a publisher name. And country, and then title is whether your title, if your article has been your journal has been already submitted and rejected by Scopus or accepted by Scopus also, you can say whether it is evaluated earlier or not. And going to fifth page, you need to upload at least 10 of your latest PDFs, or else for print people you need to upload the full issue. Okay, specific document types, full issue. You can upload the full issue. You need to upload minimum 3 recent issues. So for print people, 3 publication you need to take you need to scan it and upload here. For online people, single articles you can upload 10 of the recent articles you can upload. You can browse here and upload 10 articles. Okay, and you can give the address where you can find these articles also, the URL of that article also you can give. So at least last 10 article you should upload. And then additional information, aim and scope you need to paste here, and start year you need to paste, and title undergone any name changes or not, and publisher name, and that's address or the editor name, but publisher name. And does the title have a home page or not? Then if it says, you need to give the home page URL. Is the content title is available in the electronic format, whether it is whether if it is a print journal also, whether it is available in an electronic format in a website or something like that, you need to mention. Frequency, number of copies per year, issues per year, number of issues. So you can see issues is they have said about volume. You can make it people have a confusion like this. Volume you can publish as a single volume, or if volumes are if number of papers are increasing, you can increase more than one volume per year. But issues, usually the each month journal is said to be issue. So number of issues per year, that is what they are also saying. The average number of research articles and review articles published per year, you can tell. You have completed 2 years, so you can tell the average number per year, you can mention. And geographical distribution of the authors publishing. So your articles are whether publishing from different countries, you can mention international, or only publishing from India, you can national, different institute, or national from same institute, or like that you can mention. Is the title is co-published in scientific society. If you are publishing behalf of scientific society or anything society, if your registered society is publishing this, you can mention that. It will help you get a more your journal authentic, and it will help you get a more authenticity regarding because societal publications are mostly non-profit, and people will not it will be more acceptable compared to publishers who publish for APC, so it will be more difficult. So does the serial title have a DOI which is registered with the cross reference? It is optional only, so you can select. is the title already indexed in bibliographic other bibliographic database such as Web of Science? If it is indexed in Web of Science, you can tell. Okay, so does the title offer open access to the full text content? Is it open access or not? Any other comments? That's all. So submit. This is all for the Scopus. You can easily submit, and after submission, it's a more than 6 months long process. For me, it has taken 1 year. So these are the steps. Each steps, as each steps completed, this round will come here. So this is a fully completed one. This the round will come like this. These are the steps. Submission received, then it will be first initial validation will be done, and then enrichment process will be done. Enrichment in the context refers to the process of fully completing journal suggestion with all requirement information, ensuring ready to review. So so if you are not submitted some of the data, they will collect by mail. So after getting all data, that is the enrichment process. So enrichment process completed. After enrichment process only, it will come before the CSAB. CSAB is the Scopus Content Selection and Advisory Board. These include meeting specific criteria such as peer review, English title, abstract, and regular publication. So they review this CSAB will review your journal, and then under review by CSAB, and after the review the journal will be accepted. And how much time these people have taken? These people have taken 2 years. It's too much time it will take. It's not a easy thing. They have submitted it May 2018. It's not mine, and they got it accepted in 2020. So like that, it's for me, I think 1 year, nearly 1 year it has taken. So like that, it will take some time. They will constantly update everything, and then they will give a proper explanation if they reject also. So that is what it is there. So that's about Scopus indexing. So just submit and wait for the indexing. So if your journal is follows every thing properly, I think you will get indexing more easier. So if any questions come, only these people will. Nowadays is ISSN also same thing. It will take more than 1 year to get ISSN here. So people are very much difficult situation. Many people are asking me. So after getting the first ISSN, in order to confirm it in the ISSN center also, this ISSN people are delaying it a lot. Problem happening.
Just one question,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Is there any payment for getting this indexed?
No, no, sir. There is no payment.
Nothing is there.
Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. No payment is there.
Okay.
No
Okay.
payment is there. So for indexing, all this no payment is there. Only for this DOI, cross-reference DOI only we need to give some payment. Rest of the things there is
Okay.
no payment. Payment is there. So we'll go to this Web of Science, Clarivate. What they will do? Same things like that, same only. I am not going more into Clarivate because the same things we need to keep in mind. But Clarivate, we can't directly go and fill the form. For them, we need to first get an access. We need to submit our publisher. Then we need to get an access. Then only we can go and fill the form. So I will show you that page. So Clarivate, the rules are same only. So journal evaluation process and selection criteria same only. I will not read much in that. So everything initial, these all things need to be there. We have already discussed. I will not repeat. Journal title, ISSN, the scholarly content, article title, abstract in English, all these things we have already read. Repetitive things is not added. Editorial board composition, peer review, all the same only. These things. So I can see these are the things. The ISSN should be there, journal title should be there, publisher, journal publisher, URL, content access, peer review policy should be there, contact details should be there. That's the things. And the scholar, next part is the scholarly content. The journal should contain high quality scholarly content, and article title and abstract should be in English. All are repetitive things only. Bibliographic information, clarity should be in the language, pictures, everything. timelines of publication and publication volume. Application volume is very important, so you need to have some amount of publication, and timeline also you should regularly publish. It should be, irregularity should not be there. And journal functionality and journal format, whether it is open access, publishing content, accurate information navigation system. So whether which model, open the editorial board, instruction to others, peer review, access model, everything should be clearly defined. Ethics statement should be there. Ethics statement should be uses one of these third party organization ethics principles. So you should at least follow any of these COP, Declaration of Helsinki, WAM. So we have seen COP, etc. So your journal should follow any of these organizations ethics principle that should be clearly defined in your journal, and you should update also with the change in COP. And editorial affiliation details should be properly mentioned, and other affiliation details also should be there. Editorial evaluation, the quality evaluation, editorial board composition, whether they are belongs to different countries or like that. Validity statement, the published content should demonstrate adherence with the declared by the journal. The policies, so the articles published should follow the policies of the journal. Peer review policy, which type of peer review are followed, everything same only. And content relevance, relevant to that of the aim and scope. Grant support details should be there in the paper, in the acknowledgement section. Adherence to community standard, is a COP guideline. Author distribution to different countries, geographical, and appropriate citation to the literature. So all these things we have already discussed, is a purely repetitive things. Comparative citation analysis. In most selective indexes, contain most impactful journals of discipline. Comparative citation analysis, both number and sources of citations taken in consideration. Stability of the citation activity should be considered. So the citations are compared. Other citation analysis, the author who has published, their citations will be analyzed. Editorial board people, their citations should be analyzed, and their content significance should be analyzed by the. These are things somewhat coming extra than the Scopus. So the citation analysis of the author, citation analysis of the journal, citation analysis of the editorial board will be analyzed by the editorial evaluation. So that's all. That's all. You can log in and submit a form, similar form only. I'll just show. First you need to apply for the publisher application is there. So I can't show after this only submit. This will be activated. I will show. Okay, because that problem is there. I need to take my mobile internet, I will not see. So here a submit journal thing will come. A submit journal button will come. Just submit the click then submit the journal. If you apply for this, you can see publisher portal. You need to first get access to the publisher portal. For that you need to register in the for the publisher portal. So for that you need to just click this and go and fill a form. It's a publisher entry. So you need to give your name, last name, first name, email ID, confirm email ID, and request, and publisher name, publisher address you need to give, and publisher region, publisher state, province, city. Okay, these things, publisher URL if there. So all these things. Yes.
Sir, publisher name, it can be firm also, no? It need not be one person.
It firm also. It need not be one person. You can give your firm, but it can be.
Okay, sir.
If it is person also, it is acceptable. There is no problem. Okay, that is.
Okay. So because first name and last name was given, so I thought.
Publisher. No, sir. That is a person who are submitting. First name, last name.
Okay.
Person who are submitting, because publisher also.
Contact person from the firm.
Contact person from the firm who are submitting.
Right.
Publisher name is only one. I have just given my name, but they accepted. No problem. There is no problem. They will check this all these things in with your journal, and they will accept and give you a login ID. Then you can log in, and the link will come for submit the journal. Like that, a link will come here. You can click there and submit the journal. So I have not gone to submission, so you can you can apply in this portal. So you will get if any clarification needed, you will get mail, and they will clarify all these things, and then they will give you access to the this portal, this submission portal. You will get a button here, submit the journal. So you can click here and just submit the same thing as the, that's all. So for WoS census, but here we can directly, like Scopus, you can directly go and submit the you need to, the publisher need first access for submission in the publisher portal, and then the publisher portal you will get the access by mail, and after that you can submit. That's the thing. Same thing only, sir. Same thing we have already seen, same rules and regulations only, nothing different, same rules and regulations only. If you follow Scopus, you can publish WoS also, you can submit a WoS also, but maybe their evaluation will be different, evaluation criteria may be different, because some journal who get Scopus index may not be indexed in WoS. We are seeing, so some journal who indexed in WoS may not be indexed in Scopus, maybe their evaluation, their committee will be different. That is the main thing. So another indexing body is the DOAJ. If you are running a open access journal, at least published 1 year, where it is, open access journal, once again, so DOAJ website, you can apply for the DOAJ indexing, and it will take only 3 months. It is the most faster thing you can get, and the first thing you can get, because in the Scopus, WoS all, they will ask whether you are indexed in DOAJ, because DOAJ also follows very strict rules and regulations to index a journal. It is very difficult to get a DOAJ inclusion also. So if you are first in DOAJ, you are somewhat a reputed journal now, you can apply for the Scopus. So all people ask, the Scopus WoS ask whether you are indexed in DOAJ. DOAJ will be given to open access journals only. You are actively publishing journals only. At least 5 articles per year you should publish, and DOAJ only.
Sir, article are they considering papers, or are they considering as an issue?
Papers, sir, papers.
Okay, 5 papers.
At least they are asking 1 year. They are saying at least 5 publication. If you go with 5 publication, it is difficult. Usually 1 year. After 1 year, I will show you somewhere here, say either 1 year or article number they are saying. So I will show you. Yeah, I will see. Let us see. So DOAJ only accept open access journal, and your DOAJ usually promote the journals which are open access, which are APC free. APC free journals are more encouraged in DOAJ, because APC free open access journals. This is the site where we can search journals, which is not a part of our workshop. We can search the journals in order to find out, when you are publishing an article, in order to find out APC free indexed journals, you can easily find out in the DOAJ. You can go for DOAJ search, so that it will be easy. So nothing to do with our workshop. The journal is actively publishing, so okay, fine. DOAJ accept only open access journal. We define the journals where the copyright holder of the scholarly work grant usage, the copyright holder of a scholarly work grant usage rights to the others with open license. So we need a Creative Commons license or equivalent to apply for the this DOAJ. So the copyright should be, if properly cited, it should be given to the given to others. We have seen yesterday commercial use, we can see this allows the immediate free access to the work and permit any user to read, download, distribute, print, search, link the full text, crawl the indexing, pass them data to the software, use them any lawful purpose. So copyright, you should follow the CC copyright policy, and anyone can use this article even for commercial use. That is why we are using CC BY license. That is very important. If you are using a closed copyright rules in your journal, they will not give you they will not give you the DOAJ indexing. These are the things. Journal must display the open access statement. Open access statement should be there in your journal, and full text of all.
Sir, could you repeat?
Yes, sir.
So could you repeat the CCB
CC,
license?
Creative Commons license should be there. So actually, when our paper is certain journal will give you copyright form. The journal has full right for, copyright for the articles. Okay, but these CC license, open access journals following CC license, their paper could be reproduced at the author, the readers can read, download, copy, distribute, print, search, and link to the full text articles, and crawl them for indexing, pass them as data to software, and use them for other lawful purpose. You can use that without asking the journal, unless and until you cite that author. Okay, from a open access journal which follow Creative Commons license, you can use the data to make a software like that, but you should cite that properly, that author. But a certain journal, if you can't you have a closed copyright license which don't allow the other people to use their data without their permission. So but the CC license journals, usually if you follow the CC BY license, even commercial use, the people can use your data or the science which you have published in the journal, but you should be properly cited. That's all. That is the CC license. So that DOAJ encourage the journals which follow the CC license. You can go to Creative Commons. The link is there. You can just go to today I will share the PPT. So you can just go to the Creative Commons license, and you can check, sir, and you will get a lot of Creative Commons license. And usually this DOAJ encourage people to follow CC BY license. That is a license which allow even the data can be used for commercial purpose. That is a license.
Okay, sir.
But it should be properly cited. The author should be given proper citation. That so. And the journal must display the open access statement, and the full text of all content should be available free, open access without delay. That is the thing, major thing. There should not be any embargo period. So some journals publish the article, after that after 1 month they will make it subscription. For one month they made it as open access, and then they will close that article, they can't access. Or after publishing, after 1 year they will make it open access. Though like that should not be followed. Open access means it should be open access without any registration. Without any registration, the people who are visiting should see the article. They charge print version charges are okay, no problem. But for open access journal, we can go to the journal and just click the PDF and read. You should not give money for, or you should not you don't need to register to the journal, then only you can see the content. That type of things should not be there. That is open access, that is the rule. And there should not be any embargo period. Embargo period means your journal will be open access for some time, and you are publishing first issue. Okay, for 1 month it will be open access, and second month when you are publishing second issue, you will make the first issue subscription model. That type of thing which is not. Another thing is that you are publishing the first issue, then the article is not available, we need to give money for getting the article. So when you publish the second issue, you make the first issue open access. So there will be embargo period, will be there, some period you can't access the article open access. So that should not be there, should be open access every time. And these are the things we already seen. Journal should have a URL, one unique URL should be there for article. All these things we have seen in the ISN itself. Journal should include include intrusive advertisement will not be accepted. No, advertisement policy should be mentioned properly. You can't make advertisement, lot of advertisements in the journal. As a signatory of DORA, DOAJ does not endorse impact factors. It's very important. Impact factors or any other bibliometric assess quality of the journal. So as I said earlier, don't display any index Copernicus or some impact factors display in the journal. If you display, you will not get this indexing. However, journal may display the well adopted metrics such as the Web of Sciences, Scopus, all this we can display. There is no problem. Journal can display Web of Sciences, Scopus, and a call is from Brazil, Norwegian Center, again factor, Google Scholars H5 index, all these things, and article level metrics including AL metric, cross reference event data, all this you can mention. You can display in your journal, but don't display this type of not display the another type of impact factor, JIF impact factor, index Copernicus. This type of impact factor should not be displayed in your journal. They will not get the DOAJ. You can display either Web of Science or Scopus. That is not a problem. So don't avoid unreliable index should not be linked to the website. Website does not need to be in English. If the site is available in multiple languages, information provided must be same in all languages. So there is no need to the journal to be in English itself. So the following information should be available in your journal: open access policy, aim and scope, editorial board, instruction order, editorial process. Somewhat everything is same, only licensing terms, copyright terms, the other charges should be properly mentioned. If the journal does not have any charges, it should be stated. If it is not charged, it should be stated. We must include all fees. Every fees should be properly mentioned. Whether the submission fees is there, editorial processing charges is there, page charges is there, it should be clearly mentioned in your journal. So publisher information should be properly mentioned. And ISN should be, if you get ISN from Indian ISN center without confirmation, you can't apply for the DOAJ, because after getting confirmation, it should be seen in the international ISN center. If you get Indian ISN, then you need to, as I said, then you need to submit the second issue. Then only they will analyze and give you the confirm your ISN. Then only it will be seen in the isn.org. If after confirmation only you can apply. Otherwise, just when you get the Indian ISN, don't go and hurry apply the DOAJ. So it should be confirmed. Journal must have editorial board. All article should be passed through peer review system. Include plagiarism checking, which plagiarism checking service which you are following. Endogeny should be minimized. Means editorial board members paper should not exceed more than 25%. So editorial board members can publish, there is no problem. Your reviewer and editorial board members can publish in their journal, but it should not be more than 25%. You should minimize. You can publish your paper in your journal or your editorial board members paper, but it should not exceed 25% in the calendar year. So minimum 5 articles per year. Don't publish every article from your editorial board members. It's very important. So strongly recommend articles to display, submit. That is very important. Your article should display these two things: submitted date, accepted date, published date. These three things should be properly mentioned. Special issues, how to manage special issues, and licensing, which license you follow, which Creative Commons license you follow should be properly mentioned. In the PDF, in the HTML, everything it should be mentioned. And the copyright terms and conditions of copyright, whether the copyright you are giving copyright to the author, whether your journal will hold the copyright should be properly said. And in archiving policy, it should be at least indexed in the keeper's registry or internet archive, or you can register in the clocks, logs, portico, etc. It need to be properly given. Otherwise, this indexing is difficult. One of the major criteria is the archiving in the DOAJ. Repository policy. So repository policy, the preprints permitted to deposit all versions of paper in the institutional or subject repository. So whether the people can submit their all versions of their paper in their institutional repository or not institutional, whether they can what submit their paper or their paper in their institutional web page or not, that should be properly defined. And persistent article identifier DOAJ, like that identifier, article should use the persistent article identifier such as DOAJ, ARK handle, most commonly used. So it is not mandatory, you should use this. And article metadata should be uploaded. So after getting access, after getting accepted, you need to upload the articles metadata regularly to this, and then that's all. Criteria, additional criteria for humanities journal, clinical case report journals. You can see that different journals have additional criteria are there. So like that you can see. So you can application is, if application is rejected in 6 months, you can apply again. If the application is accepted, what you need to do, and appeals, you can appeal if the article is rejected. That's all. Same things only. Application form, I am not going much into that. Application form. So you can apply one by one page. Same only. I am not going to that. Whether which all these things policies are followed or not. Open access policy is there, about the journal, copyright and licensing details, editorial board details, business model, how you are going to get money, APC things, best practices, that is the ethical things, and review the answers and submit. That's all. In 3 months they will give you the result. That's all for the indexing. Somewhat we have finished the indexing, and so there is some PubMed. If you are going for a medical journal, you can go to PubMed also. Same as this Scopus indexing. PubMed also need 2 years of publishing, at least published 40 articles. So only you can get PubMed application. Your ISN should be confirmed, and journal must be able to provide NLM in immediate access to the content of the publisher third party, and minimum 25 not 40, 25 peer review articles must be published in the final form. 25 peer review articles, sorry I have said 40. And other things, policies, same policies only you can read. And human ethical, this is a medical indexing platform. Human and animal rights ethical policies should be there in the journal website. And same only, not reading, making you bore. And scientific quality review, technical evaluation, minimum criteria, minimum data criteria. So I think it's XML, this technical things only. Pre-productions, all these things will be evaluated, and they will access. So this is all about our workshop, indexing, major indexings, and then we will move to, it's a COP we have already seen, publication ethics, and then we need to regular issue we need to publish, and quarterly or biannually or monthly you need to find articles and try to publish regular issues. And collaborations with the conferences, you can publish special issues, conference proceedings, special issues you can publish, and you can have collaborations, research groups. And the social media presence is very good nowadays, because in mainly LinkedIn, Twitter, you can find a lot of science people. You can get a good number of collaborations from that. And as I said, you need to track citations, your citations It's very important. As you get enough number of citations, you will be confident enough to apply for the Scopus. And readership metrics also, you should yesterday I have shown the readership metrics, whether your article are being reaching people. That is very important. After publishing, you can't sit idle. You need to advertise your articles so that it will reach more people. As it reach more people only, it will get cited. That is very important. So as that for all these things, you need to get the DOI number. If you get the DOI number, it will be automatically indexed in ResearchGate, academia, all these things. They will automatically take that your article and get indexed in the available in the ResearchGate, all these things. So it will be very important that after getting ISN you should take the DOI. So they are these indexing bodies are saying it is not mandatory, but for getting your article reaching more people and get indexing citations, you should get more DOI. And improve editorial practices. You should follow proper editorial practices. That is very important. As LC are all started publishing peer review, we try to follow because we are a private publisher. We are not affiliated to any institution. We are not affiliated to any society. So that is the thing. People who are publishing mostly from India, most journals were called as predatory because of these practices, which people take money and just publish in one day. So it is too difficult to get all these indexings, very difficult. People see in that eye only. We follow proper. We usually publish the editors. Example, I'm just saying editors and the reviewers names earlier. Then these LC were all started publishing the peer review reports. So now we are publishing the peer review reports and response to the reviewers, everything as a transparent way. Then still we don't know whether that's a problem which is created because in India they feel that most of the journals come here are predatory. So many hurdles are needed to go through, then only journal will get indexed in Scopus. So let us see. So this is all about our master class. Hope you got benefited in some way or other. So if you have any discussions or anything,
Can I?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was a very informative 3 day workshop. Yesterday, I could not attend, but I'll go through the
Recording,
recordings.
please go through.
Yeah, and thank you so much for the detailed information what you have given.
Thank you.
Um, so I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Like the first day, you explained about the OJS platform.
First day
So
I explained about a DOI and ISN.
Open Journal
Ah,
OJS.
OJS I have taken the class on second day. You missed that.
Okay, okay, okay. So you just touched upon that thing on the first day because yesterday I was not there.
Ah,
So I just want to ask, is it a good thing to collaborate with the established publisher, like big
yes,
names like Springer or
yes.
Elsevier, instead of the local
Yes,
platforms?
yes, yes, yes. It will be.
And what are the like benefits or what are the pros and cons of going with that?
I don't have much experience in that, ma'am. But
Huh.
their support will be there. I don't have much experience how we go with the Elsevier or
Because if we
Scopus.
go with Elsevier or Springer, it will be good for getting indexing in
Yes, for sure.
Scopus or Embase or
Yes,
PubMed
yes, for sure.
easily.
Yes, easily you will get, but you can submit a request for your idea, journal idea. But
Uh-huh.
how much the screening will be, I don't have idea. You should have a
Okay.
very strong editorial board, and then only you can propose a good journal, which they
Okay.
don't have in their fleet. Then now, okay,
Mm-hmm.
your idea should be that much.
And one more thing, with your experience of having the journals, so what is the initial funding required for starting up a journal,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
how to generate the revenue subsequently? Like, what should be the business model for that?
yes. So actually, I built this channel for around 8,000 rupees. 8,000 rupees is minimum amount needed. But if you most of the work is done by me only. I got the journal in the blank website. So if you want the people, the technical people to do all the things and give you a well developed website, I think you need to give 25 to 50,000, 25 to 50,000 with a good what today you go and see the recordings, ma'am. I can't take my journal here, some problem in the
Okay,
firewall
no
problem
problem.
is there. Exxon
Yeah.
journal, it is having a simple layout, everything. If you need a more what customized layout, people are asking up to 50,000, up to 50,000 you
Okay.
can develop a good journal in
Okay.
OJS platform.
And one more last question. For the first 2 years, it is difficult to get the indexing. We get
Yes,
indexing in Scopus only after 2 years.
yes, yes.
So, how to handle the journal status for the first 2 years? Because everybody will be very keen on publishing in a indexed
Yes,
journal
yes,
only.
yes, yes,
So, nobody will come forward to publish in non-indexed journals.
yes.
So, how to do the marketing for our journals in the initial 2 days, 2 years?
Yes, mainly I do this in the marketing in social media only, LinkedIn and Twitter mainly. We are getting papers. Actually, I was also a confusion because at that time when I am starting my journal in 2012, this was not much restrictions were there. We got included in the UGC care list also. My earlier journal, biotechnological research. So there was not much stringent laws are there, though I was in a confusion last after losing that journal. I am not in that journal now. So losing that journal, I know to start a new journal. I was in a confusion. The same ma'am has asked whether I will get the papers or not. People will ask every time the Scopus indexed or not, Scopus indexed or not. But actually people will give you, ma'am, if you follow the quality, if you follow the quality of publishing, if you follow proper peer review, proper way of publishing, people will submit to you. That is my experience, because I got the papers from IIT Madras, NITs. So you can think whether the IIT people will submit to paper a journal which don't have Scopus index. So people have submitted, ma'am. So if you follow the way of publishing, if you can't, don't publish, don't what give advertisement that you will publish in 1 week, 2 week. This type of people what can be called as predatory. So if you follow the proper peer review policy, one time people publish in your journal, if you, they see the way of publishing, they will submit for a second time. That is what I am saying. I can say.
Okay,
This
thank you. Thank you so
up
much.
to us. That's
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
yes, sir.
Thank you so much for the session. It was very nice, very informative.
Thank you,
I
sir.
just have a couple of questions if we have the time, sir.
Yes, sir, we have the time, sir. We have enough time.
Yeah, so in your journal, sir, currently, is it indexed in any of the Scopus or Clarivate or
No,
somewhere?
sir. It's not
No,
index,
no.
sir. I'm
And
trying to.
your peer reviewers, sir, on your editorial board, can you just shine a light a little bit on your personal journal? How have you comprised of the editorial board and the peer review process that you may have selected, sir?
Yes. Actually, I am being an editor of scientific reports, Frontiers Microbiology. So I follow the same pattern when I came to my own journal. So then only I selected a single blind review, because the article which we get in the Frontiers or scientific reports, we know the author, who is the author. We review like that only. So same way, what we do is that as the article we got get, we will assign someone as the editor. So editor, the editor will assign some of their colleagues or some of their collaborators as the reviewers. Mostly we are happening, because getting reviewers is too difficult. So we will usually assign an editor usually assign. Otherwise we will what we do is that we getting the as Shruti ma'am told, for a journal which don't have a Scopus indexing, getting a getting reviewers is also difficult. Reviewers may think, it's a small journal, why I need to review for them, like that they will think. So what we do is that we continuously advertise for reviewers and try to find out, continuous advertisement we will go, and we will try to find out reviewers from the pool of people apply. In the pool of people apply also, they will most apply 25 will be PG students. So we can't take this. Will another problem will create as we go for the Scopus, all these things. They will point out these are PG students. Why you are selecting this type of people for? So we screen that, and we continuously go for this advertisement for reviewers and editors and find out people, and we are not getting much papers also. That is why because of the we are not Scopus indexed, we are trying to publish it in what a consistent way. That is what we are thinking, good papers, consistent way. So that is what we are doing, sir. Like that we get the reviewers, otherwise we will assign some editors, and they will find out the reviews and review, and the review will be sent to the authors, and they will correct it and send to us, and the editor will again send to the reviewers and confirm. If more review needed, they will send back, otherwise we will accept or reject the article. That is what. It's the same thing every
Right, sir.
journalist.
Just one more
Yes, sir.
question on Shruti ma'am's
Yes,
point.
yes.
So about the finances, sir, there I read somewhere that the policy of a journal, I mean, Scopus or Web of Science or some policies are like after acceptance only we can charge the author.
No, sir.
Not
You can take the money. You should mention submission fees or like that. If you have submission fees, you can mention. There you
okay.
can take, but usually don't. Most of the journals don't take that type of money, submission fees
Okay,
or
okay. So
anything. But they have
submission
the
and
provision.
processing.
Ah,
Okay, okay. We
mostly
can do that. It
you
is
can do that. You can check other journals submission fees. I think I have not seen many journals, but submission fees you can take, sir. Submission fees you can take,
okay.
and mostly the people take article processing charges after the review, after the during the publication, after acceptance you can take the article processing charges. But submission fees you can take, but I think who will give, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay. Right, right, sir. No, no, thank you so
Yeah,
much,
okay,
sir.
sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Are we keeping the group open, sir,
Yes,
for if
group
we
will be
have any
open
doubts?
every time. You can ask any questions in group or personally. Everything is open, sir. Whatever I can help, I will give help. And the phone numbers of technical person and phone numbers of DOA person I will provide now, and the PPT also I will provide now. Everything in the group.
Beautiful, sir. Thank you so much,
Okay, sir.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Noble
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Noble sir,
Thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
for organizing this master class. It was very informative.
Thank you, sir.
I too have a couple of questions
Yes, sir.
to
Yes, sir.
ask.
Yes, sir. Yes,
First
sir.
of all, yesterday you were mentioning about this galley proof, you know.
Yes, sir.
So each and every journal is having a separate layout and design.
Yes, sir.
So is there any software or something which can help you in the designing the layout
Layout is
or
you can do use latex. Most of the journal use
latex?
latex for designing,
Okay.
latex for designing the layout, but I don't have a latex yeah, what technical expertise, so we follow word only, but if we follow word we will not get that crisp
Yeah, yeah.
attractive. Word will not give a good layout. You can use latex. Every journals use latex in designing,
Oh,
sir.
okay, sir. So then I got about this plagiarism detection.
Yes,
No,
sir.
so yesterday you were telling that we'll provide some numbers or something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
You can.
can give access to turn it in and out.
They will give
So
the
the fel
shared access so that you can
yes, sir.
get.
Yes, sir. And the fellow participants also, if they can help with this, it will be very helpful.
Yes. If
Yes, sir. Yes,
any
sir.
sir is doing that, I think you can get.
Yes, sir. We can definitely help you. We can collaborate with Dr. Noble, sir. Here,
Yes.
Noble,
Yeah,
sir,
sir.
also has somebody
Yes.
to refer. We're here.
Yes,
I like the
sir.
panel, sir. Very senior and experienced people. So I will also learn many things.
Yes. Yes, sir. We can collaborate.
Then,
Yes, sir. Yes, please, sir.
sir, then one more question.
Sir.
As you were telling, no, in the initial issues of your journal, you were using single blind review.
Ah.
So if you are starting a journal,
Ah.
then for the initial days we won't be getting that much papers as other participants mentioned. No, so afterwards, if we are moving on to a good pace, then later on whether we can switch back to double blind peer review.
You can, sir.
Now,
Please mention in the peer review part. Up to this
okay.
issue, you have followed single blind review properly. Everything should be transparent. That's all only they are
Ah,
thinking. You should
all right.
mention this up to this issue. We have followed single blind review. Then we have shifted to double blind review. Now we are following double blind review. This is okay.
Okay, okay,
Transparency
okay,
is very important. That's all. They are
okay,
they are
okay.
not saying if you take money also there is no problem. They are need to be
Okay.
transparent. That's all.
Okay, sir.
That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you, sir.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'll
Thank
take
you.
your leave, sir.
I am also leaving, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank
Everyone
you,
can ask
participants.
every questions, everything in the group. I am all open to answer. Okay, everyone. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you
night.
all.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
Thank
all.
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.